Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gallatin, Tennessee. We're on the campus of Volunteer State Community College. A windy day here in Middle Tennessee. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer, but here, at least for game one, it's going to be windier than it was in yesterday's 9-inning contest, where VolState came back to defeat Cleveland State in game one of the three-game series. 10-5 was the final score. VolState scored 8 runs in the last 3 innings that they came to the plate. Actually scored all 10 of their runs from the 4th inning on. We're down 3-0, going to the bottom of the 4th, scored a single run, gave up 2 to go down 5-1, but then 1 in the bottom of the 5th, 3 to tie it in the bottom of the 6th inning, 4 to take a 9-5 lead, and finished off with a single run in the bottom of the 8th. As Poppy and Nana have shown up from Franklin, Tennessee, Drew Plummer's grandparents from down in Franklin. They're coming in. Got the coats on and ready to fight the wind here at Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. VolState moved to 7-8 in conference play. Cleveland State fell to 8-8. Pioneers with 23 total wins against 9 losses. Yesterday's game, Drew Moorhead came in relief. The third pitcher used by head coach Jim McGuire picked up his 3rd victory. I said he was 3-1, but he had been errantly charged with a loss. So he is actually 3-0. Tyler Pickens took the loss. He fell to 2-1. I believe is what his record is. Stats are not complete for Cleveland State on Presto, but I believe that is accurate. As you see, the umpires have arrived and meeting with the head coaches, Jim McGuire in red, Aaron Bryant in the Cleveland State blue. Umpires Wayne Seeley and Matthew Bass. Brother Wayne Seeley will be behind the plate for game one. Let's get to our Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. First for our visitors from Cleveland State with a 14-5 overall record. Similar lineup as they did yesterday. Aiden McClary will lead off. He'll play left field instead of DH like he did yesterday. Batting second, Brogan Jones, number 2 batter in the conference according to average. Bat second and play second. Ty Denton will be the DH hitting third. Nelson McKnight in the cleanup spot playing first base. Evan Goins is batting 5th and he'll play third base. Caleb Gibson out in right field hits 6th. Will Phipps gets behind the plate. He'll bat 7th. The 8-hole hitter is John Reed, the shortstop. Nate Dunphy cleaning everything up. He's the 9th hitter. He'll play center field. And on the mound for Cleveland State, Turner Junkins. He is a sophomore right-hander, 5'10", from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Transfer from Middle Tennessee State University. Also Silverdale Baptist. Not sure what high school he went to in Chattanooga, but he's one of the top pitchers in the conference. He is tied for 4th in strikeouts with 45. Has a 3-3 record, 7 appearances, all starts, 33 plus innings of work, 34 hits, 28 runs, 24 of those are earned. Has walked 21, but struck out the 45, 6.48 ERA. And Cleveland State, coached by Aaron Bryant in his first year as the head coach. He's been at Cleveland State since 2003. He's assisted by Grant Zawatsky and Drew Korzybski, he said. A lot of skis, a lot of Z's, the assistant coach's last names. And now the starting lineup for the VolState Pioneers with a record of 23-9, 7-8 in the conference. That's good for tied for 7th place right now, I believe, with Roan State. Drew Plummer's going to lead off. He'll play second base. Reed Mashinsky in right. Batting second, Easton Denning at first base. Batting third, the cleanup hitter, Gage Hoover, yesterday's Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, will hit cleanup. Gage went 3 for 3 in yesterday's contest, drove in 4 runs, walked twice, reached base all 5 times he came to the plate, and he scored twice. Hudson Blank is the DH today. He's batting 5th. Scotty Dean will be behind the plate, batting 6th. Luke Lawson back out in center field. He's going to hit 7th. He had a great game yesterday, 3 for 4, scored 3 runs. A.J. Armstrong also excellent start yesterday. He'll bat 8th and play third base. He went 2 for 2, was on base all 5 times he came to the plate. And Brady Nepper will bat 9th and play shortstop. Nepper 1 for 3 in yesterday's contest, scored twice, drove in a run. And on the mound for VolState, sophomore Chip Harris, 6'2", 210-pound right-hander from Clarksville High School in Clarksville, Tennessee, a general studies major, the son of Smith and Melinda Harris, and the brother to Smith, Sawyer, and Anna. He's also the grandson of G-Mama in Clarksville, Pop and Nana, also in Clarksville, Tennessee. And Chip has a 1-3 record. This is his 8th appearance, 6th start of the year, 22 1/3 innings, given up 22 hits, 16 runs, all of which were earned. Walked 23, struck out 17. He has plunked 4 opponents, not on purpose. He didn't mean to. 6.45 ERA as the law has arrived. As we know we're in good hands here. So making sure all the doors are open and bathrooms, that really important door is the one that lets the fans in for the bathrooms. As you see, the Pioneers taking the field with the white pants and the sky blue jerseys. That means we are close to game time. We'll have a national anthem, and of course we'll have to take a break while that happens. See if we can get the two-headed monster Jaden Perez and Kobe Ross to come up with a national anthem. We'll be right back on the VolState Sports Network.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code the market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is VolState.
And Kobe Ross says, play ball. Game 1 of the doubleheader, 2 7-inning contests today here at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex, Pioneer Field. Tim Reese on the VolState Sports Network. Glad to be with you on this beautiful sunny day. VolState with the Game 1 victory yesterday, looking to get on the right side of 500 at the end of the day, but you can't sweep a series unless you win Game 1 of the doubleheader. So see if the fellas can concentrate on Game 1. Head coach Jim McGuire now. Where we got it? On the wrong piece of paper, apparently. He is now 104-77 here at VolState. That was his 486th overall victory in yesterday's contest. I wrote it on a sheet of paper. I write it on the wrong one. It's on the right page, is not the spot that I thought it was. I keep a scorebook here. It's not official until Coach McGuire and I go over it after the game. So we are about set a little bit early here today. Chip Harris delivers first pitch to Aiden McClary. McClary, a little bit down. We are underway at 11:58 Central Time. Game time temperature 61 degrees, and the wind is blowing in from dead center field. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting McClary. Get it right. 3 balls, no strikes. Nobody has the scoreboard. Devin Thrain, I guess, is going to come up and get it. Somebody dropped the ball there. There's a 3-0 pitch right down the can. On deck, Brogan Jones. Ball 4, and McClary starts this game off like he did yesterday's game with a walk.
Up the bat, Brogan Jones.
Brogan Jones wears a number 7, steps in to the right-handed batter's box. He's a sophomore from Gray, Tennessee. 5'10". Looks at a pitch right down Broadway. He was 2 for 4 in yesterday's contest. Comes in hitting .465. That's second in the conference. Leads the team in hits. Tied for doubles, a throw over to first. Not in time. Also picked up his 3rd triple of the year yesterday. Also leads the team in slugging. Does not have a home run on the year. 18 RBIs. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike to the Cleveland State second baseman with Ty Denton, the DH, in the on-deck circle. Another throw over. Yesterday, Eben Hansen actually picked off one officially. One was caught stealing, and another one actually was picked. They got him picked here, but the throw was a little high. McClary had 2 stolen bases in yesterday's game. VolState has a pitcher named Jack McLaury, so that's what some of my issue is with McClary. Pitch goes outside. McClary tied for second in stolen bases in the conference. He has 17, which leads the Cougars. Nate Dunphy has 14 for Cleveland. Runner's not going there. That breaking pitch nips at the inside corner, and the count moves now to 2 balls and 2 strikes as somebody now is operating the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard, so everything appears to be right. Here at Pioneer Field, there's a throw over. McClary is back. McClary from Cleveland, Tennessee, hometown boy. Went to Bradley Central High School. We know someone in common. Former youth pastor Jeff Lovingood sliced a foul out of play. Now in the ministry down in Birmingham, Alabama, after being at First Baptist Cleveland for a number of years, probably about the last 10 or 15. Off-speed pitch, misses inside. I think that must be a changeup he's throwing. Splitter, okay. Full count Ministries, full count to Brogan Jones. Runner at first leads, but he'll get back in head first. Easton Denning in his usual spot where he's been 32 other times, starting at first base. Runner goes, pitches high, ball 4, and the first 2 have reached. That has been the nemesis for Chip, don't call me Carter, Harris. You're awesome. Marissa from Marissa, Illinois is back again, and She's brought pizza for the press box gang. Wow. Look at there, guys. Who's glad to be part of the press box gang? Jaden Perez, Kobe Ross, and Alec Tromke up here today. Ball one to Ty Denton. Marissa Blank, mother of Hudson Blank, is the DH today in game one. Splitter in there for a called strike. Paul White has shown up. Parker White's dad. There you give it a wave. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to the Ball State dugout. Chip Harris looking for a triple play ground ball right here. Get one just to the right of A.J. Armstrong. He can step on the bag, throw to Plummer at second, and then on the first. It would be the second triple play of the year turned by VolState. Just a bit high with that offering. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ty Denton 1 for 3 in yesterday's contest. Hitting .323 on the season, 5 doubles, triple, and 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. Shallow center field, on comes Lawson, loses his lid, makes the catch at about his mid-thigh basket style, and retires the first batter of the top of the first on a fly out. That wind's blowing in. That's going to create havoc for the outfielders today. Mostly the center fielder and the right fielder probably. So McClary still at second and Jones still at first. They both walked. Now Nelson McKnight, who was 1 for 4 in yesterday's game, stands in. McKnight hitting .286, playing in his 26th game of the year. 5 doubles, a home run, and 20 RBIs. He's also from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Baylor. The Baylor school. Fastball missed out. And Harris behind in the count. Knight is a freshman left-handed hitter. That pitch catches the outside corner. Knight's the first baseman for Cleveland State. Couple looks back at McClary at second. And there's fly ball out to right center field. Back went Mashinsky, but now he's coming in and he makes the catch. Nobody's going to be able to move. And a one-hop, short hop to A.J. Armstrong and knocks it down. Plays hockey goalie there. And Harris now an out away from getting out of the jam. After back-to-back walks, now back-to-back flyouts. Brings up Evan Goins, another left-handed hitter. He's the third baseman. Sophomore, 6 foot from Knoxville's Bearden High School. Goins 1 for 5 in yesterday's contest. Takes the first pitch strike. Drove in a run in the first inning. That wind is going to be a problem here in the press box today. Have to have the windows open for our cameras. Clary dancing off a second. Harris delivers another ball. On deck, Caleb Gibson. Goins the third leading hitter for Cleveland State at .346. Fouls that one off to the left side. Now Harris, strike away from getting out of the inning. Goins leads the club in home runs. He's got 4. Also leads in RBIs with 25. Splitter misses outside. Cleveland State, the 7th best batting average, just a couple points above Vol State's 7th and 8th, 295, 292. It's a shot to Plummer, and he can't get to that one. Backhand off of his glove into center field. See how that one's ruled. Probably an RBI single. It does flash a hit up on the board, but Plum, if he gets in front of that, I think he knocks it down and at least keeps it in the infield. On the play, Brogan Jones goes over to third. McClary scores, and Cleveland State, just like they did in yesterday's game, takes the early lead. That's the first hit of the inning. Now right-handed hitting Caleb Gibson steps to the plate. He's the right fielder. He hits a ground ball to short. Nepper stays down and underhand flips to Plummer for the force at second base. Cleveland State scores one on just one hit. The 2 walks did not help VolState. No errors in the inning. 2 runners left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the first. VolState in a similar position as they were yesterday, down by 1.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at VolState, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At VolState, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at VolState are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
Checking out the pizza delivered by Marissa Hudson. That looks good. Got a pepperoni right there. A cheese pizza. These college boys up here will make sure they dip into that right there. Don't be shy over here, fellas. Got a pepperoni and a cheese pizza. So between innings, you got to chomp it fast. Although you guys that aren't really doing much, playing the music and the PA, you guys can eat during it. So Jaden Perez and Kobe Ross, they're up here for their second day. Apparently, I make it difficult on people in the press box. Nobody wants to stay around up here with me. Alec Trompke's been with me, though, all year. My right-hand man. Drew Plummer steps in, facing Turner Junkins. Junkins. Swing and a miss on what appeared to be off speed. Not a big guy out there, Turner, 5'10". He's a sophomore. Foul tipped into the mitt. Somebody has the Jugs gun. You're using Cleveland State's Jugs gun. Radar gun. It's not Jugs, probably. That's an old term, old man term. Plum takes ball 2 outside. Plum was 0 for 3. 3 RBIs in yesterday's game. He drew a bases loaded walk and also had 2 sac flies. Up. Junkins is stepping on it at low 90s here. Full count Ministries, full count to Drew Plummer. Fouls that one off to the right side. Let's see if that gets over the Bobby Hudson Pavilion. It will hit on the maintenance shed. We're going to have to name that as well. Right now, offhand, I'd have to go Chase Birdwell Maintenance Shed. When I got here, Chase Birdwell, one of the players on the team, he did it all for VolState. Strike 3 called at the letters, and Plummer is down on strikes. Straight fastball there. That brings up Reed Mashinsky. Wonder if his parents made it up from Bradenton, Florida. He's from Bradenton, a third-year player here at VolState, 6'3", 175-pound redshirt sophomore, the son of Mike and Karen Mashinsky. 2 balls to start Reed's at-bat on a 10-game hitting streak. Was 1 for 4 in yesterday's contest. hitting .341. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch there by Junkins. Has 8 doubles, 2 triples, 16 RBIs. Fastball is a hair up. Wayne Seeley, our home plate umpire, Matthew Bass on the bases. Wayne Seeley, a U.S. Army veteran. Sliced foul down the right field line. That will get up and over the tarp down the right field line. Same crew we had in yesterday's game. Full count Ministries, full count to Mashinsky. And that's a fastball high and tight, and that's ball 4. Junkin strikes out twice as many as he walks, but he walks a decent amount. That's his 22nd walk in now 33 plus innings. And Easton Denning steps to the plate with his family here today. First pitch swinging, fouls that one off. 6'3", 215-pound true freshman from Warren County High School. That's in McMinnville, Tennessee. Terry and Sierra are his parents. Ruby, Willa, and Lawson, 3 younger siblings. Pappy and Nani down in McMinnville. Papa and Grana, also McMinnville. As that ball is stroked out to right center field over is Dunphy, and he settles under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Dunphy is an excellent fielding outfielder. Last year, a really good hitter, struggling this year. But Gage Hoover, yesterday's Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, steps to the plate. Son of Mike and Angie Hoover. We also say finish out Easton Denning's grandparents, Stacy and Gigi in Dunlap. Hoover's a sophomore from Stewart's Creek High School. Leads the club in hitting. There's a strike right at the hollow of the knees. Hoover 3 for 3 in yesterday's contest. Singled in the first inning, hit a solo home run in the 5th, and a 2-run single in the 7th. 0-1 pitch, down low. Will Phipps, the catcher for Cleveland State today. Ty Denton behind the plate for game 1 yesterday. On deck was Hudson Blank. Hoover leading VolState in most offensive categories. That changeup gets in there for a called strike. Gage's batting average now up to .376. Now leads the club in hits, 35, and home runs, 7. And he is right behind Easton Denning with 34 RBIs, Easton with 35. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and down goes Hoover. A couple strikeouts in the inning for Junkins and a stranded runner. VolState trails 1-0 after 1. This game is scheduled for 7. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
VolState is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. VolState CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose VolState because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
Pizza time in the press box. Get a couple bites in between innings. Will Phipps gets his first at-bat of the weekend. Stands in from the right side, facing Chip Harris. Swings and misses at a breaking pitch. Phipps, a 6'3" sophomore from Roswell, Georgia. Another transfer from Spartanburg Methodist. Phipps hitting 200 coming into today's action. Fly ball out to right center field over is Lawson. He's still going. He's going to actually give that one away to Reed Mashinsky as the ball was pushed over to Reed. And there is another fly out. Phipps came in with 5 hits, 1 double, 3 RBIs. Now John Reed, the shortstop, stands in. Breaking pitch low and away. John was 1 for 2 in yesterday's game. He reached base 3 out of the 4 times he came to the plate, walked his first 2, also picked up a stolen base. Pops up that one out of play. Off to the right side. On deck, Nate Dunphy is 7, 8, and 9 are due here in the bottom or top of the second inning. Checks swing, fouls that one off, and Harris is ahead in the count. Blocked by Scotty Dean behind the plate. Gage Hoover's out in left. Luke Lawson's in center. Reed Mashinsky's in right. A.J. Armstrong at third. Brady Nepper at short. Drew Plummer at second. Easton Dennings at first base. Dean is catching Harris. 2-2 pitch. This is low and inside. Full Count Ministries, full count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Tapper foul at the plate. Between the top of the fifth and the bottom of the fifth, we'll also have the Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight. That's always fun. Ground ball to short. Nepper charges, gloves, throws a little bit low, but Denning is able to ride the elevator down and make the grab for out number 2.
Up to bat, Nate Dunphy.
Now Nate Dunphy, left-handed hitting center fielder, stands in. High and away. Another pitch misses up. Sad day in the Reese household as the Snapkas are heading back to Mississippi. My 3 grandchildren from down around the Columbus, Mississippi area, along with my 2 daughters. Their mom, Cassidy Snapka, and my youngest daughter, who celebrated her 28th birthday back up at home. She lives down there in Columbus. There's a 3-0 pitch right down Broadway. 3-1 count now to Dunphy. So I think that they are on the road, probably I-65, as they head down to Decatur. Foul ball off to the left side. And they'll cut over, go through Alabama, and just sneak into back home to Caledonia. I'm sure their daddy's pretty happy that they're getting back. 2-out walk to Dunphy. That's a 3rd walk. As Cleveland State has sent 9 to the plate. 4 have reached. 3 of them on walks. Aiden McClary stands to the plate. He walked and scored in the first. They are there. Not even to Brentwood yet. They must have just left. Lord, give them safe travels. Two outs, 1 on. Top of the second, runner goes, squaring around a bunt. He Pulls the bat back, and Dunphy's going to be in there safely. Double clutch by Scotty. Just didn't grab it clean out of the glove, and Dunphy picks up his 15th stolen base of the year. Been caught twice. Clary told me he was the quarterback on his high school football team. Squaring around the bunt, another off-speed pitch sails high. Went to Bradley Central in Cleveland, Tennessee. Big lead by Dunphy, nearly tripped going back, swinging a foul ball off to the left side. Doubleheader today. VolState has a midweek game against Brett Carroll Academy. Now square around the bunt. A.J. Armstrong charges gloves, throws to Denning. They're not going to be able to get McClary. He's got a bunt single on the play. Dunphy moves over to third.
Up to bat, Brogan Jones.
Now runners at the corners. Brogan Jones steps to the plate, transferred from East Tennessee State University. So they're the Buccaneers, ETSU Buccaneers. Fastball up and away. Breaking pitch is up. Ayers having a tough time locating his pitches. There's a fastball that whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. First two batters were retired. Dunphy draws a walk and a bunt single by McClary. His runners at first and third with Brogan Jones now with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Here in the top of the second, 2 outs and 2 on. There's a base hit into left field, driving in a run. That breaking pitch right there just was screaming, hit me.
Up to that, high.
Runners at first and second in Cleveland State with a 2-0 lead. Now the 3-hole hitter, Ty Denton, steps to the plate. Redshirt freshman from Knoxville's Hardin Valley High School. He's going to wear one. He's their leading hit by pitch man. He's got now 11 hit by pitches, which is one behind Scotty Dean, who picked up his 12th yesterday. It's the 5th plunking of the year for Harris, and the bases are now loaded. Means a visit by Trevor Mootsie, the first-year pitching coach. He's the 4th pitching coach under Jim McGuire in 4 years. Gets them young in 1 year, and they move on. Mootsie from Shaw, Mississippi. Finished his college baseball career at Cumberland University. Also was on the roster at Jacksonville State and played for Motlow State. Recently coached at Davidson Academy and got married back last November to Sarah. Another first-year coach with VolState is Lucas Wilburn. Handles the first base coaching duties. Now Nelson McKnight stands in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. 2 runs in the ball game, 2 runs and 3 hits, then 3 walks and a hit batter, and now a 2-0 count to McKnight as There is action in the VolState bullpen. Freshman Brady Davis, another former Clarksville Wildcat. 2-0 nearly hits McKnight. And Chip gonna have to fight his way back right here. See what he can do. Walks McKnight on 4 straight. That is the 4th walk of the game by Chip Harris.
Evan Bowling.
2 runs in the inning. There's a strike called in the outside corner. Goins singled off the glove of Drew Plummer to drive in a run in the first inning. Caleb Gibson, who's on deck, followed with a ground ball to end the inning. Split finger on the outside corner called strike, and now Harris is ahead in the count. This is the 8th batter to come to the plate in the second. 2 outs, 2 in, 3 on. There's a line drive back at Harris. That's going to score at least 1. Here comes Lawson. The throw is not in time. And Cleveland State now leads 5-0. Second hit of the game by Goins. I believe that will end the now afternoon for Chip Harris. As out of the dugout comes Jim McGuire. So we'll have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. We'll take a break and tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the VolState Sports Network.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit volstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses. Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, VolState is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit volstate.edu to learn more.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Freshman Brady Davis, right-hander from Clarksville, Tennessee. He's a business major, the son of Rodney and Ryan Davis, brother to Faith, grandson of Grandpa and Grammy, both in Clarksville, Tennessee. Brady on in relief of Chip Harris, who goes 1 2/3 innings, gives up 4 hits. So far, 5 runs. Walk 4, hit 1 batter. Faced 14 batters. Davis on in relief. It's his 8th appearance. He gets a foul ball off the bat of Gibson with runners at first and second. 4 runs already in for Cleveland State. They have matched their total of runs that they scored in yesterday's contest. Davis, 12 innings of work, 18 hits, 10 runs. It's a swing and a miss and a nice breaking pitch there. 3 walks, 10 strikeouts. He also has plunked 4 batters. Being asked to strand 2 here in the top of the second. sails outside. One-two pitch. Outside corner called strike. And a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin strikeout. First of the game by VolState pitching, and Brady Davis comes in and does his job. Backward K in the book to Caleb Gibson. And that is the third out. Cleveland State 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Heading to the bottom of the second. It's early, 5-0, Cleveland State leads.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code, market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count?
Hudson Blank steps to the plate. 5, 6, and 7 for VolState, down by 5. Mike Hoover has just made a lunch delivery as well. He went big though. He got a big sandwich for me. One I can share again is Blank takes ball 1 from Turner Junkins. I'm sure he gets called Jenkins a lot. Blank, a true freshman, played his high school baseball down at Merritt Island in Florida. Get a called strike there. 6'2", 185 pounds. He's from Marissa, Illinois. It's a chopper to the right side. Brogan Jones gloves. He's going to throw on to McKnight for out number 1. Hudson has a big support system. A lot of folks watching him. Joshua and Marissa Blank are his parents. Isabella, his sister. Big Ed and Rhoda. Watch regularly, and I think there's a great grandma in there that I don't think I have written down on my sheet, but normally Marissa sends me the email, lets me know who's watching and listening. Marissa is here in attendance. Scotty Dean steps in. The human target. How's that one off? Been hit 12 times, the 6'2", 230-pound sophomore. Former Hawk, Rossview High School Hawk. One of the 9 players from Clarksville on the squad. 1-1 pitch. This is up. Son of Wynn and Katie Dean. Brother to Carter. Good eye by Scotty. 3-1 count. There's a called strike on that outside corner, and we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Dean hitting .270. He's got 3 doubles and 2 home runs. Fouls that one off the screen. Playing in game number 25. All starts. 17 hits, walked 18 times and been plunked 12. Stayed right on that off-speed pitch and fouled it off. On deck, Luke Lawson. VolState looking for their first hit of the game. Draws a walk, does Scotty. That's his 19th of the year. Second walk of the game by Junkins. Gavin King out of the dugout in the civilian gear. As Aaron Bryant, the head coach for Cleveland State, will come out, have a chat with his right-hander. Might be trying to be too fine with his pitches. It may be the conversation that Aaron Bryant is imparting. Luke Lawson had a big day yesterday. Got the start. Devin Thrain, the normal center fielder, out with an injury. And Lawson drew a walk, had 3 singles, also reached on an error, a ground ball to the first baseman. And I think Nelson McKnight knew that Lawson ran well. He could have fielded it, he dropped it. Tried to pick it up, dropped it a second time, and once he dropped it a second time, there was no chance he was going to get the speedy Luke Lawson. He went ahead and flipped to the pitcher trying to cover, but Luke already passed the bag as he takes a cold strike. Luke raised that batting average up with a 3-for-4 day. Lawson now hitting .346. He raised it about 70 points. There's a ground ball right to the first baseman. He steps on first. Throw to second is not going to be in time. And Dean makes it down to second base, but 2 outs. So a similar play yesterday, but not quite the easy hop for McKnight, as now A.J. Armstrong steps to the plate, freshman from Woodbury, Tennessee. Junkins delivers a fastball low, and the throw back to Junkins just to make sure Brogan Jones is paying attention out there at second base. He gets by the pitcher. That's why you back up your pitcher, middle infielders, just in case. Armstrong does not offer at another pitch down by his feet. AJ got the start yesterday as well. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Starting here for the second straight game, 2 for 2. Couple of singles, couple of runs scored. Started to go there, and they're going to call that a strike. AJ questioning there. AJ's not going to say anything, but question he didn't agree with the call. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, and down goes Armstrong on strikes. Third strikeout of the game by Junkins. And VolState gets another walk, but can't get him past second base. So another runner left on base. No hits yet. VolState trails 5-0. We're heading to the third.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota and Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Jim Reese back on the VolState Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. VolState having a tough go of it here. Next weekend's when the Mashinskis will be up. Okay, I got my weekends mixed up. Mike and Karen watching from Bradenton, Florida. It's probably dreary and cold down there in Bradenton. There's a base hit in the left field by leadoff batter Will Phipps. Brady Davis back out to start this inning. Came in and got a backward K to retire the only batter he faced in the second. Phipps picks up the single to lead off the third. That is now the fifth hit of the game. John Reed steps up, grounded out to his counterpart, Brady Nepper at short. Squares around a bunt. Ball's outside. Dean bluffs a throw down to first. Phipps has one stolen base. Throw over to first. He is the catcher. Normally you don't see catchers run. Thank you for the email, Karen. Let me know where you are. Another throw over. Dr. Tossenson is on the road. Heading to a wedding in Alabama. Everybody wants to see the Tossensons. 1-0 pitch, squared around the bunt again, pulling the bat back is Reed. They're watching on the road, though. They are the super fans. Dr. Wendy and Kyle. Throw over to first. Runner is back in time. If you see the Snapkas in a white Honda Passport with a whole lot of kids and a couple dogs in there, give them a honk and a wave. They're headed south on I-65 right now as well. Another square to bunt, and Brady Davis walks Reed on 4 straight. I think Reed was wanting to give himself up, sacrifice Phipps over, possibly maybe pick up a bunt single at the same time. But let's see if Nate Dunphy's going to square around the bunt, move 2 runners. He's squaring, and not going to need to, as that pitch is in the dirt, and both runners will move up on the wild pitch. Davis's second wild pitch of the year. Now runners at second and third. Nate Dunphy won't be squaring around a bunt, I wouldn't expect. Unless Aaron Bryant wants to put the squeeze on twice. I would assume Dunphy handles the bat pretty well. Although he does lead the club in strikeouts with 18. Right now he's got a 2-ball, no strike count. Fly ball deep, but that's going to go foul. That'll get into the bullpen. Maybe it got over the bullpen. Dunphy got around that one. If he hits a home run, it'll be his first of the year. He's got a couple doubles and a couple triples. Hits total. Now it looks at a 3-ball, 1-strike count. With the top of the order, Aiden McClary on deck. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. There's a drive into right center field. That's going to get down. 2 runs will score. Machine to the plate is late. 2-run single by Dunphy puts Cleveland State up by a touchdown.
Up to bat, Aiden McClary.
McClary's been on base both times he's come to the plate, walked and scored in the first, and a bunt single and scored in the second. Gonna square around the bunt again. Gonna try to get out of the way of it, but home plate umpire is going to say that he went while he was trying to get out of the way. But Dunphy moves down to second base on a wild pitch. So second wild pitch of the inning by Davis allows Dunphy to second. A.J. Armstrong playing way back at third. McClary now with 2 strikes, probably not a candidate to attempt a bunt. Still nobody out. In the dirt, Dean gloves and throws it in the left field. That's going to be another run. Another wild pitch gets Dunphy to third. And an E2 gets him home. Right now an unearned run, but it depends on what happens the rest of the inning. Now it's no longer an unearned run. Backhanded by Plummer, no chance to get McClary at first. So that run is now earned. And an infield single for McClary. He's on base 3 out of 3 times he's come to the plate. Not a good start here for VolState in game 1 of the doubleheader. Brogan Jones steps in. He's walked and singled. It's not up on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. There it is. Now it's 8-0 on the Toyota. We got it right here. Throw over to first. Runner is back. We need to start a segment called Where's Tim Rascal? Throw over to first. Father of Bryant Rascal, the right-hander, redshirt sophomore, transfer from Cumberland. They live in Montgomery, Alabama, but Tim Rascal is a pilot for Delta. So that means he's all over. Ground ball to third. Armstrong gloves. He's going to throw to second for 1 on the first. Dug out by Denning, and they got him. A 5-4-3 do-dat double play off the bat of Brogan Jones. Just what the doctor ordered for the Pioneers. That's their first double play in a little bit. Did not get one yesterday. And now 2 are out. And Ty Denton steps in. Got hit by a pitch his last time up. Tim Rascal was watching from Omaha, Nebraska yesterday. Now he's at Washington Dulles in Washington, D.C., heading on to Atlanta. And he's going to drive home. Safe travels, TR. 1-1 is down low. Had somebody come yesterday. I was thinking at first that it might have been you, but I knew it wasn't because you didn't come up in the press box. There's a breaking pitch in for a called strike. Tim Rascal, if he's here, he's going to make sure to come up and say hello. Like Marissa Blank did. And Mike Hoover popped up right by Scotty Dean, throws the mask, and makes the catch in foul territory for out number 3. But the Cougars score 3 more on 3 hits. All runs earned. There was 1 error in the inning. Ended up not factoring in. Nobody left on base. 8-0. There's a snowman up there on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard.
The Volunteer State has always been home to pioneers. Dreamers and hard workers blaze their paths here. From the TVA to Mountain Dew to touchscreen monitors to the Grand Ole Opry, Tennessee has been home to innovators, creators, and entertainers. From humble beginnings to changing the world, Tennesseans have pushed the boundaries of what is possible. We pioneer healthcare, infrastructure, engineering, and product development. At Volunteer State College, we've developed our degree certifications to carry the torch of Tennessee's success with flexible options to help you blaze your pathway. We are searching for pioneer-minded students who are on their own journey of growth. Learn how these pathways are shaping the future of Tennessee. Like those that have come before, blaze your pathway. Your career awaits. VolState.
I'd like to thank our sponsors here at Volunteer State. We've got several out there on the outfield. Signs all around out there. Chick-fil-A of Gallatin, one of our newest sponsors. I'd like to thank Mary and Greg Garrettson. Also, Cultivate Performance. They help the Pioneers get stronger. Work out over at Framework Athletics as Brady Nepper gets his first at-bat of the ball game. The 9-hole hitter, 9-1-2 due up for VolState. Swing and a miss. Nepper 1 for 3 in yesterday's contest. A big sacrifice bunt helped score a run in the 8th inning. Moved Lawson over to third, and Drew Plummer had his second sacrifice fly. Swing and a miss. Ball goes into the dirt. And Phipps has to complete the out, throwing down to first base for the 4th strikeout of the game for Turner Junkins. So in the first 9 batters, he struck out 4. Now back to the top of the lineup. VolState still looking for their first hit of the game. Drew Plummer, 0 for the weekend so far, fouls that one off to the right side. Ball, no, 0-2 now. Plum struck out looking on a full count pitch last time. Pops that one up to the right side. Over is McKnight. Now Jones, and neither can get to that pop-up that lands inside the fenced area. The wind blowing it away from the 2 Cougars chasing it. Jersey Mikes, they are sponsor for VolState Athletics. They sponsor our first sub of the game, thanks to Michelle Fuller over there in their marketing department. Ground ball up the middle. Plum gets the first hit of the ball game. The graybeard Drew Plummer, former Summit Spartan. That brings up Reed Mashinsky, who walked in the first. Another graybeard, redshirt sophomore, 3rd year with the program. Just to scoot back away from that inside fastball. This is my 4th year calling games for VolState, so I've been with these 3-year guys throughout their entire career. I remember when Reed came in, I said, this kid's gonna be a player. Did not get a lot of opportunities last year, had pretty strong outfield. Fouls that one off, and told him at the beginning of the year, I said, this is your year, Reed. You're gonna go off. He has been hot of late. 10-game hitting streak. Looks at a ball up. 8 doubles, 2 triples. He could drive the ball out of the park. He has not hit one out yet this year. 16 RBIs. He runs very well and has a very strong arm. And there is ball 4 as he draws his second walk of the game. 3rd walk by Junkins, and now runners at first and second for the dangerous hitting Easton Denning, who hunts RBIs, leads the team with 35. 15 doubles leads the conference. 57 total bases. Takes a healthy cut there, comes up empty. He and Carson Sanders and Gage Hoover tied for home runs in the fall. They each had 3. If you'd have told me that we were in game 33 of the year and Easton Denning only had 2 home runs, I would have told you you're crazy. I would have picked him with having 6 or 7 at least. Pitch is down, 2 balls and a strike. Junkin's going to have to come in to the power hitting left-hander. He's got a pretty swing, pretty approach. Sometimes the bat has a little bit of a hole in it. 2-1 is down. Denning hitting .304 on the year. 16 walks, 21 strikeouts, 3-1 count. Tapper foul at the plate. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Couple of cameras to the left of the broadcast center here that are up and videotaping this young man. That's his family. His girlfriend's here. Junkins comes set, looks back at second and delivers. Drilled out to center field. That is right into the wind, though, and Dunphy's going to make the catch. Tagging at second is Plummer. He'll move on to third. A productive out, but Easton Denning hit that one right into the teeth of the wind. 2 outs now for the Pioneers. And runners on the corners, brought to you by Line to Line and Game Time Sports Field. Thanks to Stephen Dotson and Bill Marbott for their support of VolState baseball and softball. They provided netting and padding in front of the dugouts and surrounding bullpens at baseball and softball. They are also the throw down to first. Mashinsky's back in time. Gage Hoover steps up. Another big thank you to Mike Hoover and Angie for delivering lunch for the broadcaster here. Got me a sub sandwich. Appreciate them checking with me. Gage has a favorite sub. They hear me talk about Jersey Mike's and my number 9 Club Supreme that I get normally on game days. Kind enough to ask if I wanted something, and I didn't have time to run over to Jersey Mike's today, so between Marissa Blank and the Hoovers, as Gage takes a healthy cut there, comes up empty. We are well stocked in the press box today. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. VolState now looking for their first run of the game. Tapper foul. Hoover struck out to end the first. Does not want to end the third. Pitch sails high. We'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. Go to fullcountministries.com or fullcountrhythm.com. See all the ministries doing for baseball players here in the States and around the world. Sliced foul. And another Full Count Ministries full count. That was a full count first pitch foul ball right there. 53% of the time, if he swings on the pitch after it becomes full, he's going to foul it. Does it again. That's an emergency hack right there. Gage protecting the plate. Young man over here in shorts and a sweatshirt. It's got to be freezing. He's going to get his limbs loosened up. He's going to go after that foul ball. Mashinsky running, and a balk is called. And VolState scores the Framework Athletics first run of the game. Not exactly sure what he did, but that's a third balk called on a Cougar pitcher this series. That moves Mashinsky to second. Plummer scores, and Hoover is going to walk. Fourth walk of the game, second of the inning. That brings up Hudson Blank. A balk, I believe, is a earned run as that ground ball to Goins, and he will step right on third base to retire Mashinsky easily. VolState gets on the board. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We are through 3, scheduled for 7. Be right back for the top of the 4th on the VolState Sports Network.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
VolState is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. VolState CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose VolState because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
Brady Davis back out for his second full inning of work. Came on in relief in the second inning for Chip Harris. Harris went 1 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs. They were earned, walked 4. Did not strike out a batter, did hit 1. Faced 14, and right now he is on the hook for the loss. As 4, 5, and 6 due up for Cleveland State here in the top of the 4th. First pitch swinging is McKnight out to left center field. Luke Lawson loses his lid but makes the catch for out number 1.
After that, Evan Goins.
Pitch 1 out. Evan Goins steps to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. The third baseman for Cleveland State. Before Gage Hoover's even ready in left field, Brady Davis is pouring in a strike. Goins, a sophomore from Knoxville Bearden High School. Got a few from Knoxville here. And another plunking. That's a 2-for-1 special right there.
After that, Hayward Gibson.
Scotty Dean get a piece of that one. First hit batter by Davis. That brings Caleb Gibson, the right fielder, to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Squares around the bunt, pitches high, throw down to first. Denning has to get on his jumping shoes. Goins now been hit 5 times on the year. Throw over. He looked like he got a little bit of a late start. Went back in feet first. And a little closer than he had expected. Not squaring around the bunt, and Davis hits a line drive right back at him. And there is a double play, 1-3 on the line out. Glove right where you need it to be, and a do-dat double play, just what the doctor ordered, as Gibson puts a charge into that one. End up getting Goins out at first on the 1-3. We're just going to keep it right here. I want to talk a little bit about some of the sponsors that we have here. We don't have commercials for a lot of our sponsors. And I want to thank those people who have joined with the VolState baseball team to put a nice product not only here on the field, but here for the broadcast as well. I want to thank, first of all, Chief Engineer A.J. Fawson here at VolState. He's been a huge help for the live stream, and also Full Count Ministries for a lot of the equipment that's been used here as well. Josh Carmen, Reed Glover, and John Smithson allowing me to use Full Count Ministries equipment prior to VolState committing to equipment now. Accurate Mortgage, they're our game time temperature sponsor, Mike Hoover over at Accurate Mortgage. Appreciate them getting a outfield sign. They have locations in Cool Springs and Smyrna. Scotty Dean steps up, looks at the first pitch in there for a called strike. Says our home plate umpire, Wayne Seeley. Ground ball to short. Gloved by Reed. He's got a strong arm, and he throws over to first to retire Dean. That brings up Luke Lawson. Turner Junkins in his fourth inning of work. Lawson grounded out to first base. Scotty Dean moved down to second after walking. He's going to lay down a bunt, see if they can make a play, and not going to need to, as that ball will bounce foul. And Lawson will be down in the count 0-2. Mike Hoover, he's the president of the Franklin office in Accurate Mortgage. American Legion Post 17. Hold a tournament here during the summer, and they also operate concession stand from time to time. Swing and a miss, and another ball in the dirt. Phipps going to throw into the baseline, but Lawson is retired on a strikeout. First two have been retired in the top of the fourth. That's the fifth strikeout for Junkins. And A.J. Armstrong steps up. He was a strikeout victim to end the second. High Point Health Sumner, also formerly known as Sumner Regional Medical Center. They're now also aligned with Ascension St. Thomas. There's a ground ball that gets through the middle. A.J. Armstrong with a base hit. Now 1 for 2. 2 hits for VolState off of Junkins. It brings up 9-hole hitter Brady Nepper. He struck out to start the third. Fastball missed just inside. Catcher's having a little trouble throwing the ball back to the pitcher today. Phipps may have looked back at Wayne Seeley, may have felt like a little crowded as home plate umpire, a little bit too much into Phipps's business there. One on, 2 out. Nepper did not want to wear that fastball. He was able to torque his body out of the way. 3-0 count. He'd rather take a 4-pitch walk than a 1-pitch hit by pitch. I don't blame him. But gonna have to see a 5th pitch. 3-1 count to the sophomore from Greenbrier, Tennessee. Transferred from Cumberland University after 1 semester. 3-1 pitch is down, and Junkins looked like he might have lost some footing out there and walks the 5th batter.
After that, Drew Plummer.
Cleveland State in 9 innings yesterday walked 12 batters, also hit 2. So VolState had 14 free bases. They also picked up 11 hits and 10 RBIs. Drew Plummer steps in. There's a breaking pitch that misses inside. Haven't seen a ton of breaking pitches that I recall from Junkins. He does have a changeup and a fastball, and he's now missed with 2 to Plummer, who laced a single up the middle in the 3rd inning. He's batting twice here in 2 innings. It's a ground ball too short. Reed has been steady Eddie there, and he flips to second for the out. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 2 runners left on base. VolState trails 8-1 after 4. We're scheduled for 7 here in game 1 of the doubleheader. You're listening to VolState Sports Network on YouTube.
Welcome to the VolState Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models to where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Will Phipps, John Reed, and Nate Dunphy due up for Cleveland State here in the top of the 5th inning, facing Brady Davis. Brady's gone 2 1/3 innings so far. Phipps singled in his last plate appearance, leading off the 3rd inning. Leads off here in the 5th with a foul ball. Down past the Bobby Hudson Memorial. Not memorial. Not yet. Bobby's still with us. It's not a memorial. It's just a pavilion. 1-1 right over the plate. I guess he's still with us. I don't see him here in the press box, though. He's taking a Saturday off, maybe. He's probably listening in. Text me and let me know if he is. Phipps pops this one up, and it'll get out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes to the Cleveland State catcher. Fisted. A.J. Armstrong will give it up to Brady Nepper as that ball was off the handle.
After that, John
So a pop out or a soft liner to Nepper for out number 1. John Reed, 0 for 1, steps in. He walked and scored in the 3rd. Cleveland State scored 1 in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. VolState finally able to put a 0 up on the board in the 4th. Yesterday, VolState trailed 5-2 as he squares around the bunt. It's called strike. Actually trailed 5-1 going into the bottom of the 5th inning. Then fought their way back. Came back to win 10-5 in yesterday's contest. John also from Georgia. He pops one up on the right side. Denning with the glove up, shielding the sun, and at the last second, looks like he just stuck his glove out there and said, I hope this is where it's going to be. Reed pops out in foul territory to the first baseman for out number 2. Davis has retired the last 3. In the last 3 batters, he's gotten 4 outs. All he needs is one more here as he delivers a pitch to Nate Dunphy. He's been on base and scored both times he's come to the plate. Had a 2-run single in the 3rd. Now 2-0 count to Dunphy. The 3rd Georgian to come to the plate here in the inning from Chickamauga, Georgia. Phipps from Roswell, Georgia. Reed from Gainesville, Georgia. 3-0 pitch. Splits the outside corner for a called strike. On deck, Aiden McClary. And there's 2-out walk.
After that, Aiden McClary.
Second walk. Still have not had a clean inning where no Cougars have reached base. Last inning, Goins was hit by a pitch, but he was promptly doubled off. Ground ball foul past first base coach. I'm assuming is Drew Korzybski. Grant Zawadski is the third base coach. Former Cleveland State player, also went to Bryan NAIA school in East Tennessee. I think they're in Dayton, Tennessee. And then went on to play with the Texas Rangers minor league system for 5 years. 0-1 pitch, popped up out to center field. Lawson was trying to gauge the wind and where that ball's going to land, and it lands on the ground. And the throw to the plate is not in time to get Dunphy. McClary moves down to second base on the error, and Dunphy scores.
After that, Logan Jones.
I didn't see what really happened out there. I don't understand what happened. Did he totally miss it, or did he get a glove on it? I looked down right before he caught it, was ready to put the F8 in the book. Next thing I know, you guys are saying, what happened, or what's he doing? And ground ball to third. AJ stays down, throws over to Denning at first base to retire Brogan Jones. An unearned run comes in for Cleveland State. No hits in the inning, one big error, and one runner left on base. Sports Network.
Man, thanks to that ball.
Oh, we're back. Okay, I did tell Alec that we were going to stay here. It's time for our Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight. Today's Alumni Spotlight for Game 1 is Jonathan Allison. Jonathan, a former Davidson Academy player. He is the son of Mark Allison, who I played college baseball with. Jonathan played here 2011 through 2013. I think he was an outfielder and maybe a first baseman, but a solid left-handed hitter. Went on, I believe, and played at Lipscomb University. Jonathan has a brick in the alumni patio, brought to you by Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone. Thanks to folks over there. Randy West, buddy of mine, one of the owners, and Keith Green, the division manager in the Gallatin yard here. Richard Waltz, the father of Carter Waltz, left-handed pitcher for VolState, is the division manager in the Clarksville yard. They have locations in Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, and Alabama. They've been around since 1879. They provided a skid of brick pavers for our alumni brick patio as Reed Mashinsky swings at the first pitch he sees from Turner Junkins here in the fifth and fouls it off. But if you have a player who's leaving the program after this year and you want to commemorate his time, your grandson or your son, your nephew, send me an email at tresports@gmail.com and I'll get you the paperwork, let you know how that can happen. Would love to put his brick down. That's sailing over to right center field. That's going to get down and roll just next to the field. Full Count Ministries brand new sign out in right field, and that is a do-dat double. Bat of Reed Mashinsky. Third hit of the game for VolState. First extra base hit. That ball blown away from Nate Dunphy, the center fielder. And Caleb Gibson couldn't get over there. That's Mashinsky's 9th double of the year. Now Easton Denning, who's flown out twice to the center fielder. Just a bit too high and outside on that pitch. And Reed Mashinsky will cruise over to third base on the wild pitch. I'm assuming that slipped out of Junkins' hand. Another one of those, and VolState's got a second run. Check swing foul ball. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Denning another opportunity to drive in a run. Blowing at about 13 to 20 miles an hour. He pulls this one down the first base line, hits it off the brick. That's going to land in fair territory. I think a Savannah Bananas game that probably would be a fair ball. They are very popular, Savannah Bananas. I don't think I'm a big, huge fan. When I want to watch baseball, I want to watch a baseball game. It's kind of like us Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. Ground ball to the right side. This will get a run in. Denning is retired 3-1. But an RBI ground out gets Mashinsky in. And VolState trails by a touchdown yet again. 36th RBI of the year for Denning brings up now Gage Hoover, nobody on. Breaking pitch stayed inside. Junkins having to do a lot of work out there to catch that ball back from Phipps today. He's not a big guy, he's 5'10", but he got a powerful arm, and there's not any consistency coming from Phipps back to the pitcher. As a former catcher, I had pitchers come to me and said, look, I want it right here. Throw it right here. That's at if I have my right-handed pitcher, it's the left shoulder. Throw it right at my left shoulder. Don't throw it at my waist. Don't throw it at my knees. Throw it at my shoulder. 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Billy Long, a former pitcher from Moeller High School. Played with him at Miami of Ohio. There's a line drive. That's going to get in the glove of Brogan Jones, though. He's going to throw on to first. And Gage Hoover's retired. Now 0 for 2. I kept throwing it right at his waist on the glove side. He said I needed to be higher or lower. I got a plate in my wrist. Every time you throw it there and I catch it, that plate drives into my wrist. So don't do that. Hudson Blank, 0 for 2, steps to the plate with nobody on, 2 out. Billy Long went on to pitch with the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Probably about 8 or 10 years in Major League Baseball. Chopper up the middle. See if Blank can beat this one out. John Reed, gloves, bobbles, and cannot get the throw off. That should be a hit, an infield single for Hudson Blank. And it is on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. 2 hits now in the inning. That'll bring Scotty Dean to the plate. Walked in the second, grounded out in the fourth. Dean with a good eye. Sees that one go low and away. That one catches the inside corner at the knees. Blank 1 for 3. Should have his batting average going over 300 now. Dean could not hold up on that off-speed pitch. It lands low and away. He's down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blank playing in his 20th game of the year. Now with 18 hits, an exact same pitch. Dean able to check the swing this time. Transfer from Chattanooga State from last year. Fouls that one off to the right side. Lucas Wilburn down and coaching first base. Jim McGuire at third, and there is a breaking pitch right over the plate for a called strike 3. That is the 6th strikeout of the game for Junkins. VolState scores 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're through 5. VolState trails 9-2.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code, market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is VolState.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for VolState. Redshirt sophomore Parker White out of the bullpen in relief of Brady Davis, 6'1", 195-pound left-hander from Knoxville West High School, health sciences major. Son of Paul White sitting right in front of the press box from Huntsville, Alabama, and Kerry Myers in Knoxville, brother to Eli, Tanner, and Ellie, and the grandson of Owa in Tazewell, Tennessee. Brady Davis goes 3 1/3 innings, gives up 3 hits, 4 runs. 3 of those were earned. Walked 2 batters. Struck out 1 and plunked 1. He faced 15 batters. White will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Cleveland State lineup. White on for his 9th appearance of the year. It's his 5th in relief. He has a 3-0 record, 14 2/3 innings of work, 20 hits, 13 runs. 12 of those are earned. It's a foul at the plate. That's what you don't want if you're planning on catching the next game, which I would assume Ty Denton will be behind the plate for game 2. Fouls that one off his foot. Parker has walked 7, struck out 14. He has hit 5 batters. Wind still whipping from center field. Going to knock down any fly ball out to center field. Fouled off, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Denton 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch and scored in the second. Tapper foul. White's not going to wow you with on the radar gun, but he's got a lot of movement on his pitches. It's hard to rein him in when you're in the batter's box. 2-2 pitch. Slow breaking pitch fouled off. His freshman year was not even thought about as a starting pitcher as far as I recall. But after a couple weeks in the season, he ended up becoming the number 3 pitcher on the weekend, and at the end was voted second team all-conference starting pitcher. He had the 6th best ERA among qualifying pitchers. 4.06. There's a swing and a miss and a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin strikeout leading off the 6th.
Up to bat, Nelson McKnight.
Nelson McKnight, the left-handed hitting first baseman, stands in. He's 0 for 2. Walked with the bases loaded, drove in a run in the second. Lefty on lefty matchup. White delivers a strike on the outside corner. That freshman year, he had 13 appearances, and 12 of those were starts. So he gets ahead 0-2. He led the club in wins that year. 5 wins in 9 decisions. 51 innings, was 3rd on the club. He is chucking strikes in his outing here against the Cougars. 51 innings, gave up 49 hits, struck out 47 batters. And a second-team all-conference. It's a check swing, says he went. Dean's going to have to finish the out down at first base, and that's back-to-back Chick-fil-A of Gallatin strikeouts.
Up to bat, Evan Goins.
And now another left-hander, Evan Goins, who's reached base all 3 times. He's come to the plate. Tapper to the right side. That will not stay fair. Denning picks it up at foul territory. Last year, Parker White started out, and in the first half of the year, another foul ball off to the left. Went 14 2/3 innings, but then ended up stopping due to pain and did not pitch again after the halfway mark. Sliced to the left side, foul. Did get 14 2/3 innings, was 1 and 2 on the season, but he just didn't feel right and ended up taking a medical red shirt. And now he is back, now with a 3-0 record. Nine and 6 is his overall record. Reach out and poke that one into right field for a base hit. Goins is 3 for 3.
After that, Caleb Gibson.
Able to stay on that pitch from White. Parker last pitched against Pellissippi. It did not go well for him. Gibson stands in. He's 0 for 3. Pitched to 3 batters, did not retire a batter. Looking to find the last out here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Fastball goes outside, 2 balls and a strike. Throw over to first. Conference action yesterday, Chattanooga State drilled Columbia State in Chattanooga 12-3 in game 1 of their 3-game series. Jackson State defeated Dyersburg for their first win of the year in conference. That's a base hit into left field after 2 outs. Cleveland State has back-to-back hits. Gibson's first safety of the day. He's now 1 for 4. Will Phipps stands in. He's 1 for 3. Walter State playing outside of the conference at a doubleheader win against Alumni Central College out of Illinois yesterday. Whipping again inside the press box. 1-2. First and second, 2 outs as the first pitch to Phipps is in there for a called strike. Walter's apparently playing only again. Not sure if that's single game, looks like. They already won that game 10-0. Chattanooga State defeated Columbia State 2-1. Columbia State came in tied for the conference lead with Walter State. Ground ball to the right side. This should do it. Plummer over, and Denning gets to first base. And a 4-3 putout will end the inning. 2 hits for Cleveland State, but nobody comes around to score. 2 left on. VolState with 2 more cracks at it, down by 7. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota of Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
New pitcher on for Cleveland State, Parker Coe out of the bullpen. 6'4" freshman. Another Knoxville Bearden High School transfer from the University of Tennessee is on in relief of Turner Junkins. Junkins goes 5 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, walked 5, struck out 6. Not hit a batter. Did commit 1 walk, or 1 balk, I should say. Faced 24 batters, and he's in line for his 4th win of the year. Not a save situation as Luke Lawson steps to the plate. Swings at the first pitch he sees out of the hand of Parker Coe, C-O-E. Coe on for his 7th appearance of the year. He has 1 save, 8 innings of work, 7 hits, 10 runs, 8 of those earned. Swing and a miss there from Lawson. 10 walks, 15 strikeouts. 2 plunkings for Co. Fastball misses up. Another hard-throwing right-hander. Timeout call to the plate there. I'm not sure what that was about. Luke or the umpire had somebody umping. Okay. Brother Seeley. 1-2 is soft liner out to Brogan Jones. Not Brogan Jones. Number 17 is our new second baseman. That's Dylan Owens is the new second baseman. A.J. Armstrong stands in. He had a base hit in his last plate appearance. Deemed to have not swung the bat. So I'm assuming that Dylan Owens at second base has gone in the batting order of Brogan Jones. I saw a 7 on the back. I thought I saw the home plate umpire point to the second baseman or somebody on the right side. But when I looked out with my binoculars, AJ swings at a ball out of the strike zone. I looked at the back of the uniform and I saw a 7. So I thought, okay, well, he must have just been pointing to the pitcher, which I assumed he had already done. But it's a 1-7. Owens, a 6-foot sophomore from Knoxville Carnes High School. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Armstrong is retired on strikes. And the first 2 are retired here in the 6th. It brings up Brady Nepper. Yesterday, the Pioneers made their living on the bullpen. If they're going to get back in this, it's going to have to happen again. Pioneers picked up 6 hits on 4 pitchers, but 8 runs. Ground ball foul just past Lucas Wilburn. He does the Jim McGuire approach to foul balls. He just moves out of the way. I don't disagree with it. I'm just stating facts. Some base coaches, they like to make plays. 1-1 is down low. Never struck out in the 3rd, walked in the 4th. Look for his first hit of the ball game. Game 2 will start approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of game 1. Ground ball to the right side. Owens just inserted into the game in the top or the bottom of this inning. Makes 2 plays. Throws on to first. There's a 1-2-3 inning for Co. We will head to the top of the 7th. VolState trails by 7, 9-2.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at VolState, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At VolState, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at VolState are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
Tim Reese on the VolState Sports Network. 7th inning, final inning of game 1. Cleveland State, 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Vol State, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. One of those errors led to a run. Not sure about this selection of song. Whose favorite song is that? Is that Kobe's song? Kobe's Walkout? 8, 9, and 1 due up for Cleveland State to face Parker White out for his second inning of work. Delivers a strike in there. Probably the first time I'd ever heard that song. It sounded like some little kid song, like we're playing kids' version songs, so I don't even know who sings it. Or it's reggae? Oh, okay. There you go. Not a reggae fan. But it's okay. It's not, as long as the lyrics are okay and we don't have to have clean versions versus explicit versions, I'm okay with that. Timeout called by John Reed, and it has been duly noted in Wayne Seeley's little book in his front left pocket. 0-2 pitch popped up on the right side. Mashinsky over, and he's going to have to come in. Wind blowing it toward the fair line. Makes the catch for out number 1.
Up to bat, Nate Dunphy.
Nate Dunphy has not been retired today. Walked a couple times and singled. He scored all 3 times he's come to the plate. He's got a stolen base. White pours one right across the plate. Paul is in agreement with first pitch strikes. Paul is dad. It's got to be tough being the parent of a pitcher. 0-2 misses down. My son did not pitch. He was a catcher, though, and played second base, left field. A little different for pitchers. Out in the left field, that's probably going to get down. No, A.J. Armstrong cannot make the catch, but it is in foul territory. That's a tough play. Brady Nepper could not get over quick enough. A.J. Armstrong had to make a play almost directly behind him. Then as he found it in the sky, moved toward foul territory. I think he might have got a glove on it, but it dropped, and the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. White has a free and easy delivery out there. Again, is not going to blow a ball by you, but he'll get a strikeout or 2. He has 2 on the day. Not get Dunphy to chase on the breaking pitch out. 2-2 coming. It's outside. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. All 4 inside. Dunphy continues his on-base streak.
Up to bat,
First walk for Parker White brings the leadoff batter Aiden McClary to the plate. McClary's been on 4 times as well. One of those was on an error. There's a ground ball base hit into right field. Mashinsky's charging. Dunphy's going to hang tight at second. 3rd hit off of White. 3rd hit for McClary in the game. And Now Dylan Owens, who came on for Brogan Jones in the bottom of the 6th, will get his first at-bat. Dylan Owens. Swing and a miss. That's what happens when you don't have the roster. You don't know who he is, right? Another swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, and a 1-2-3. Chick-fil-A at Gallatin, strikeout. Dylan Owens strikes out. Very important tool for a public address announcer is to have the roster. You know what that takes? That takes preparation, boys. Preparation. You don't just walk off the street and become a public address announcer. We're going to learn you, Kobe. Going to learn you. Ty Denton stands in. He's 0 for 3. You could pull it up on your phone. It's right on their website. Called strike to Denton. I like to print it off and hope it's right. 1-1 pitch. Fly ball out to left field. Gage Hoover over in the left center. The wind holds this up. He's coming in to make the catch, and a little bit of an adventure out there, but that wind is crazy. Parker White pitches around a walk and a single in the top of the 7th. No runs come across for Cleveland State. They're probably feeling pretty comfortable. VolState's got 7 to get back into this game, down 9-2.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
VolState is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. VolState CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose VolState because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or a judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
Nate Severance. Nate Severance is a new left fielder. As he said, not knowing he was on the air yet. Aiden McClary comes in from left field to play shortstop for John Reed. Parker Coe out for his second inning of work to nail this win down for Cleveland State. Going to face 1, 2, and 3 in the Pioneer lineup. That's Drew Plummer, Reed Mashinsky, and Easton Denning. VolState with 2 runs, 4 hits. Plummer is 1 for 3 in this contest. Cleveland State did the majority of their damage in the first 3 innings, went up 8-0. Matched VolState's into shortstop. Nate Severance, the Cumberland transfer, who started and played in left field yesterday, is now back out in left field here for the conclusion of this game. Drew Plummer draws a walk. And baseball does not have a clock, so game's not over till you get 21 outs in the 7-inning game. First base runner to reach against Coe brings Reed Mashinsky to the plate. He's been on base all 3 times. Walked in the first and the third and doubled and scored in the 5th. Missed inside. Coe, the UT transfer, University of Tennessee. I would assume could be Texas. If he's from Knoxville, Bearden, there's a really good chance he's a Tennessee guy. I think the Vols play a basketball game tonight, or today. They played Thursday, so they're going to play today. That's a shot out to center field. Nate Dunphy is going to get over, and that wind is stopping everything out there to dead center. Right field's where you need to go if you want anything to get deep here. Mashinsky put a charge in that one, but got it up in the air, and Dunphy makes the catch. That brings Easton Denning to the plate. He's 0 for 3, drove in a run with a ground out in the 5th. Hoping the wind dies down a little bit for game 2, but there's a sky-high pop-up. There's no chance the wind won't push that one out. Strike 1. So Mashinsky extended his hitting streak to 11 games with that double in the 5th. Coming into the series, Plummer and Dean also had mild hitting streaks. 5-gamer for Scotty Dean that was stopped in yesterday's contest, and Drew Plummer with a 6-game hitting streak that was stopped. Plum has started a new one. Dean is 0 for in the game. The Goolsby clan has arrived. 3-1 count to Easton Denning. And he draws the walk. 2 on, 1 out for Gage Hoover. And out of the Cleveland State dugout comes head coach Aaron Bryant. Don't know if he's made the call or not. He is now making the call to the bullpen. So we'll get a third pitcher from Cleveland State out of the bullpen. We'll take a break and tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the VolState Sports Network.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at VolState, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At VolState, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at VolState are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
is counting on me.
New pitcher on for Cleveland State, Will Webb, a right-hander. He's a sophomore, 6'1", out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Hardin Valley High School. Two-way player for Cleveland State, it appears. He's got some pitching statistics In some hitting statistics, although he does not have a batting average yet. But we're talking about him as a pitcher. This is his 8th appearance of the year, 7th in relief. 7 2/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 8 runs, 7 of those earned, walked 9, struck out 8, and has plunked 3 batters. He's on in relief of Parker Coe, who goes 1 1/3 innings. Does not give up a hit. And to this point, no runs, but the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. And he walked them onto base. Does have 1 strikeout. Coe pitched to 6 batters. Starter Turner Junkins went 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. So 7 walks in the game here in game 2 of the series, game 1 of the doubleheader. That's 19 walks by Cleveland State pitching in the first 2 games. And that brings Gage Hoover to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Is it Hoover time? Not a great day for hitting balls out of the park, especially to left field, but Gage Hoover has a lot of power to right field and drills one over the maintenance shed there. Foul. Webb. Stretch, no look back now. He looks back at second base. Another look back. Delivers a breaking pitch that whispers at the inside corner for a called strike. On deck, Hudson Blank. A wild pitch. Everybody will move up. That will take the conventional double play out of play. Cleveland State was a ground ball away from ending this game. Two runs in scoring position. Still hear the wind whipping into the press box here. That's the schedule I have taped up here. VolState will take on BCA Athletics on March 26th. Hoover moves the moneymaker out of the way of that one. We'll have a full count Ministries full count. Stay tuned. Right after the game, I'll have the full count Ministries verse of the game. Right after the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. 26 is next Wednesday, a doubleheader right here at Pioneer Field. Ground ball up the middle, that'll get a run in. Glove by McClary. He has his first play at shortstop. Hoover ground out RBI. Drives in Plummer. And Denning moves over to third. Now the Pioneers down to their final out. Hudson Blank's 1 for 3 in the contest. Right-handed hitting infielder. Utility player, also can catch if need be. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Doubleheader with BCA on Wednesday begins at 1 p.m. Central Time. Then VolState will play Saturday out of conference, take on Wabash Valley College. Also a doubleheader beginning at 1. There's a called strike 2. Pops in and out of the mitt of Will Phipps. Pioneers down to their last strike. 9-3 is the score. Swing and a miss. And down goes Blank on strikes. And VolState drops game 1 of the doubleheader. 9-3 after a 10-5 win yesterday. Cleveland State 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors. VolState 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. Winning pitcher Junkins, he moves to 4-3 on the season. Chip Harris will take the loss. He will fall to 1-4. No save in the game. That takes 2 hours and 10 minutes to complete. Our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Not sure that we had anybody hitting wise. Four hits. Not enough there. Parker White goes 2 innings, scatters 3 hits and a walk, does not allow a run, strikes out 3 batters as he faces 10. Parker White is our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Congratulations to Parker. He gets to go over right across the street to Toyota of Gallatin, pick out a brand new pencil they're giving away. And our full count ministry verse of the games found in the book of Galatians. It is chapter 5, verse 16. It says, "So I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh." Galatians 5:16. It's in the chapters that we are reading in the full count 242 discipleship group here. 10 players for VolState that are participating in that. So I want to thank Full Count Ministries for the use of their equipment now on the road. And I will be back on the road. The Roan State Series and the Jackson State Series in conference play from now till the end of the year. The Pioneers dropped first game 9-3, try to get back on the winning ways in game 2. That should begin in about 25 to 30 minutes. We'll have it right here on the VolState Sports Network. If you can't join us, then thank you for joining us for game 1. For Dr. Wendy Tossenson, Athletic Director Bobby Hudson, and Head Coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese saying goodbye for now. We'll talk to you soon right here on the VolState Sports Network.